Hello everyone. Hello Mehak. This is the analysis of Bullcat 8. We will analyze Quant and AR section. Have you solved it? Hi Shashwati and Pritika. Hi Zakir. Yes Mehak. Can you hear me? Yes, you can say that Mehak. I'll try to cover all the difficult questions with good shortcuts, or we can discuss the concepts as well. Okay, let us start. Okay, the very first question, that was a question of visualization. You should know the meaning of pyramid. Pritika, we have offline analysis at 2 o'clock today only in Sector 8 Chandigarh. Now every time you will get offline analysis. I don't have any idea about this. Pritika, after 1:30 you please call at the center. Then you can talk to me. Okay. Okay, let us start. Question number 1. Any problem in this? Yeah, you want me to explain this question? See, there is a word called pyramid. You should know the meaning of pyramid and prism. It's a 3D figure. Okay, let us see, Amrita. It says, a man wants to build a solid glass pyramid in his garden. His landscape artist has suggested that he build a pyramid with a square base of area 256 square feet. Since square base has the area 256 square feet, and we know that square area formula, that is side square, so we can conclude that the side of that square must be 16. With the triangular faces inclined at an angle of either 60 degree or 30 degree to the base. If glass costs ₹52 a cubic foot, approximately how much more or less will the man have to pay if he builds the pyramid with the triangular faces inclined at 60 degree instead of 30 degree? See, what do you mean by pyramid? You draw any figure on the floor, I mean in the base. You can take any figure. It can be a square, it can be a circle, it can be anything. You take any figure, you take a point in space and join the whole figure to that point. For example, if I talk about a cone, in cone, what is the base? That is a circle, and we have a vertex in the space. We join this vertex to the circumference of the circle and we get a cone. So we can say that cone is a pyramid. In the same way, in this question, a pyramid is given with a square base, where square has side 16 feet. Now, yes, these are the two figures possible, since we are talking about two pyramids. One in which this triangular faces, they are inclined at 60 degree, and in one case these faces are inclined at 30 degree, and we want to know the cost of that. Okay, so what is pyramids? See, we want to know Okay, we want to know the volume of the pyramid. What is pyramid's volume? That is 1 by 3 into base area into height. And what is prism's volume? That is base area into height. You can remember these formulas by using cone and cylinder. Cylinder is a prism, cone is a pyramid. What is cone's volume? That is 1 by 3 pi r square into height. What is pi r square? That is base area, since base is a circle here. What is cylinder volume? It is pi r square h. So we can take it. Are you getting me, all of you? Now I'm taking figure 1. We will calculate the volume for this. It will be 1 by 3 into base area, which is 16, into height. And in this case, it will be 1 by 3 into base area into height once again. We want to calculate the height here. So I'm using trigo here. I'm taking this triangle, joining the center of the square to the vertex. So now you can see, of course, the total side was 16. So this half will be 8. And the angle given as 60 degree. If the angle is given as 60 degree and this is a perpendicular thing, so the remaining angle will be 30 degree. As you know, in 30, 60, 90 triangle, 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree triangle, what is the sides ratio? It will be 1:√3:2. So we can say opposite to 60 degree or opposite to 30 degree, what is the length? 8. So opposite to 60, it will be 8√3, and opposite to 90, it will be 16. So we can take this height as 8√3. Now come to this. Here angle is given as 30 degree and this angle is given as 60 degree. As we know the ratio once again, opposite to 60 degree, length is 8. So opposite to 30 degree, length should be 8√3. Ratio should be maintained always, that is 1:√3:2. I'm using the same thing here. So what is the height of the second pyramid? It will be 8 by √3. Now since you have calculated the volume part, now coming to question once again, it says the glass cost ₹50 to a cubic foot. Cubic means you are calculating volume only. The glass cost ₹52. So we want to find the difference. So it will be 1 by 3, 256, that is the base area, into height minus 1 by 3 into base area into the second pyramid's height, and we want to multiply this by 52. Now you can calculate it, you can get the answer. Yeah, any problem in this? It was a total visualization question. Whenever you come across pyramid or prism question, actually they are very easy. You must know the formula. They actually are formula based and a little bit of visualization. Okay, anything else in this question? Okay, I'm moving further. Yeah, question number 2 and 3. For question number 2, what is the answer? That is 150. It should be the answer in this case. Actually, it was wrong here. But if I replace this word placed by arranged, in that case, answer will be 720. 720. Yeah, any problem in this? Question number 2. Are you getting me, guys? Okay, Ajay. See, it says there are 5 balls, one each of white, black, green, yellow and red, and there are 3 boxes of different sizes such that all the balls can be placed in any of the boxes. In how many ways can the balls be placed in the boxes so that no box is empty? See, we have 5 colors. Let me take them as white, black, pink, yellow and say grey. We have 5 balls. we have 3 boxes, and since it says that the 3 boxes are different, so I am taking these 3 boxes. So the boxes are distinct as well as balls are distinct. What was the condition here? Condition was no box should be empty. You want to distribute these 5 balls here. So how many possible cases are there? It can be 1 1, 3, or any permutation of that. I mean, it can be 3 1 1 as well. It can be 1 3 1 as well. So I'm not considering all these cases since I know permutation combination. That is all about counting all the possibilities. So I'll solve it for one case and I'll multiply something. Okay, there can be one more case. It can be 1 2 and 2. Are you getting me, Ajay? These 2 cases are the only possibilities. Why? Because it says no box should be empty here. Now we have 5 balls. We want to distribute these 5 balls in these 3 boxes so that no box should be empty. So I'm taking the very first case here. First of all, I'm making groups of these 5 balls. So these groups can be made in these many cases. You must know grouping for that. So these many groups of 1, 1, 3 can be made in these many ways. Now we want to distribute these groups among these 3 boxes. That can be done in 3 factorial ways. Are you okay with this, Ajay? Now come to second case. It will be 5 factorial. Yes, Pratika, I'm coming to that. Very common problem you have asked. So if you calculate this, you will get 150 as the answer. So this is the answer in this case. Now let me come to Pritika's doubt. See, Pritika, I'm taking a smaller example to explain your query. Let us take 4 balls because that is a smaller example. A, B, C, D, I'm naming them, and we want to group them in 2 and 2. So according to your logic, we are taking 4C2 into 2C2. What do you mean by that? It means you are taking any 2 balls out of these 4. So you have made a group of 2 balls. Then you are left with only 2 balls. But if you calculate this, you will get 6 as the answer. But actually, this is the wrong answer. How come? Let me go to your logic. See, if you are using 4C2 means you are selecting any 2 out of these 4. So I am making all the possible selections. Suppose you have selected AB at first go. So second group will automatically become CD. Suppose you have taken AC. So the second group will be BD. There is one more possibility, AD, BC, then BC, AD, then BD, AC, then you have CD and AB. So these 6 possibilities you have counted in this expression by using the formula. But as you can see, the very first case and the last case, they both are similar. Second case and the second last case, they both are similar. And third case and third last case, they both are similar. So to neutralize this, I'll do one thing. I'll divide it by 2 factorial. So what is the answer in this case? It will be 6 by 2, 3. So now the concluding portion. Are you getting me, Pratika? So now the concluding part. Suppose you have 10 distinct balls. Let me be very precise. They should be distinct always. If you have 10 distinct balls and you want to group them in 6 and 4, obviously you can apply this formula 10C6 and 4C4 and result comes out to be this. Suppose this is the case. So I'm writing the answer only. It will be 10 factorial divided by 5 factorial, 3 factorial, 2 factorial. Now come to this case. Here is the problem. Why so? Because the composition of groups are same. We need a group of 5. The next group should be of 5, same composition. So we can do one thing. You apply the same thing here, but with the you can learn it you can relate it with the concept of repetition. See, 5 is coming twice, so we will divide it by 2 factorial. Now this is the correct answer in this case. Let me take one more example to clarify this. Suppose, now what is the answer? That is the normal thing. Now since 2 is coming twice and 3 is coming twice, so we will divide the whole thing by 2 factorial and 2 factorial. Is it okay now, Kritika? So I was using the same thing. Okay, let us move further. Yeah, any problem in question number 3? Good one. Good question based on DES. Mistake prone question. Any problem in this? I need participation of all of you. Okay, very good. Okay, now the next thing, question number 4, little bit lengthy, otherwise we can make it if you know the formula for sum of roots, that is minus b by a, and product of roots, that is c by a. I think you must be comfortable in these basic formulas. Yeah, any problem in question number 4 or 5? If you have any question number any problem in question number 4 and 5, please write question number in the chat box. Okay, Amrita. Okay, question number 5. I don't know your name, but I have enrollment ID that is ending with 1187. Please tell me your name. See, it's better if you attempt these type of questions like question number 4, because we can say that this is an easy question. Rather, this is attemptable question. We will get many difficult question where we don't know the concept, where the calculation is very difficult, but in question number 4 everything is manageable. So you should attempt these type of questions. Rather, you could take the value putting thing. You could take the any value of a and b, you could write the equation, so the question will become easy. Hitesh. Okay, now question number 5. Before explaining question number 5, let me take a smaller version of that. Suppose we have 10 candidates. We want to arrange them in a line or arrange them left to right. Extreme left will get 1 and extreme right will get 10 number. Arrange 10 left to right such that, suppose there is Mr. A and Mr. B. A always comes before B. That is my first part. Now that is a conceptual thing. A always comes before B. That is the first part. There is one more question. A always comes before B and B always comes before C. Yes. Before discussing that question, please answer. Write the expression only, because that is a huge calculation. Yeah, any one of you. Question number 1 and question number 2. Amit, this is the answer for part 1 or part 2? Amit, this is not a circular motion. I mean circular arrangement. 9 factorial divided by into 2, part 1. Okay, here is the problem, Amit and Sachin. I'm not saying that A always comes immediately before B. I'm saying A always comes before B. I'm not saying this word immediately. I think you are answering for immediately thing, but this word is missing here. So this is not the answer. Please correct it. Now what should be the answer? That is the beauty of permutation and combination. Yeah, any one of you, I'm still waiting for answer. I think Amit and Rashmeet, you are writing something. Actually, Amrita, it is a tough topic, but if you are okay with your basic things, that is the logic only, then this is easy. Okay, let me start now. No, Rashmi, this is not the answer. Okay, Hitesh, let us see. What is the answer for the first part? It will be 10 factorial divided by 2 factorial. For second, it will be 10 factorial divided by 3 factorial. Now we will see how come. First part, it says A always comes before B. Now we have these many seats. These are 10 seats. I'm numbering them. Okay. Now my condition is Mr. A always comes before B. I think you are okay with that. Immediately word is not here, so this is not a concept of togetherness. That is, A always comes before B. So if I go case by case, it means if A comes at first place, B can come at any of the places, second, third, fourth, fifth, so on up to 10. So if I go case by case, it will be a tougher thing. So I have a good logic for that. That is a PNC. Many possibilities, but we are counting in one go. How come? You select any two seats. That can be done in 10C two ways. Suppose we have selected, say, second and 8th place. 10C2 means you are selecting any two things out of these 10 things available. Okay, so since I am selecting second and 8th, so my condition is A always comes before B. So at the second place, I'll place A. At 8th place, we will place B. So my work is done here. Now we are left with remaining 8 people. We don't have any problem in arranging them. We don't have any condition for them. So those 8 people can be arranged in 8 factorial ways. So if we solve it, we will get this thing. So what is the answer? It will be 10 factorial divided by 2 factorial. Is it okay? Yes, all of you? Okay, very good. Now I can apply the same logic for the second part. Okay, Amrita, I'm taking the second part now. Now again, there are 10 places, sorry. What is the condition? A always comes before B and B always comes before C. So in this case, I am selecting 3 out of these 10 places. Suppose I have selected these many places, the encircled places. At the very first place, I'll place A. At the second place, I'll place B. At the third place, I'll place C. So my work is done here. My condition is okay. With remaining 7 people, I don't have any problem in arranging them. They can be seated anywhere. So if we solve it, you'll be left with this thing. So this is the answer, 10 factorial divided by 3 factorial. Is it okay now, Amrita? Okay. Okay, guys. Now I'll test one thing. I'm giving you one more part. You tell me the answer for that. Okay. Now the condition is, now the third part is A always comes before B and C always comes before D. Now what should be the answer? Amrita, we cannot. That is a condition. A should be before B. That's why we are selecting 3 places. We need that A comes before B and B comes before C. That's why B cannot be placed at first place. Okay, what is the answer? Amrita, see, whenever you are using C, combination, you have made a choice. You are not arranging them. Very good, Sachin, very good. See, this is the answer. First of all, we will select any 2 places out of those 10. At the very first place, we will place A, then B. Now, out of these remaining 8 places, we will select again 2. We will arrange C and D. And remaining 6 people can be arranged in 6 factorial way. So, what is the answer? If you solve it, you will get this answer. Okay, very good. Okay, Hitesh, thank you so much. Now, coming to question. It says, Crimpy the creature has 10 heads, and for each head Crimpy has exactly 1 mask and 1 helmet, neither of which can fit on any other head. Assuming that on each head the mask must be put on before the helmet, in how many different orders, sequences can Crimpy put on the mask and helmet on all of its heads? Okay, so I'm taking masks as M1, M2, M3, so on up to M10, and the helmets as H1, H2, and so on up to H10. So what is the condition here? It says M1 always comes before H1, M2 always comes before H2, M3 always comes before H3, and M10 always comes before H10. Now I can generalize the previous concept. What should be the answer here? It should be, see, there are 20 things. They can be arranged in 20 factorial ways. You can apply the same logic. We will get 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial. How many times? It will be 10 times. What is the logic here? It will be this way. Out of these 20 things, you will select any 2. At the very first place, we will place M1, then we will place H1. Then out of these remaining 18 things, we will select 2. Then out of 16, we will select 2, and so on up to. So if we solve it, we will get 20 factorial divided by 2 raised to power 10. And if we solve it, we will get 20 into 9 factorial divided by 2 square into 2 raised to power 8. So it will be 5 into 19 factorial divided by 2 raised to power 8. This is the answer in this case. Yes. Are you okay with this now? Question number 5. Once again, okay. Just wait. Hitesh, are you okay with the conditions? That there are 20 things, 10 are masks and 10 are helmets. What is the meaning of that line? In how many different orders can Crimpy put on the mask and helmet on all its heads, such that the mask must be put on before the helmet? Yes, yes. Pritika, you just wait. Let me explain it once. See, you have 20 things available. First of all, I am completing the very first condition. M1 always comes before H1. So I am selecting any 2 places out of these 20 available. At the very first place, at the extreme left place, I'll put M1. At the right place, I'll put H1. Now I am okay with my first condition. Now out of these 18 things, once again, I'll take 2. I'll fulfill my second condition. Then out of the remaining 16 things, I will select 2. It means I am fulfilling my third condition. And if I go in the same manner, I'll get this thing. So it will be 20 factorial divided by 2 written 10 times. Is it okay? Hitesh? Now I think this is manageable, the calculation part. Hitesh, I'm waiting for your answer. Okay. Actually, yes. That is not the meaning of each head has distinct. Okay. Let us see. We need a sequence for these are heads. Say this is head 1, head 2, head 3, head 10. The meaning of this question is we want to put a mask and the helmet on every head. So we can select those helmet and masks which are to be placed on head 9. We are not interested in the same sequence. We can put the mask and the helmet on head 9 first of all, then we can choose head 6 as well. So this sequence is not fixed. We can put them anytime. That is the meaning of this question. Is it okay, Hitesh? Now coming to Pritika's doubt. Yeah, any problem, Pritika? Now I think this is the page you were talking about. Yes, Pritika. Okay. I think you wanted to write something. Okay, now question number 6 and 9. 6 was pretty easy. I don't know what the problem was. Yeah, any problem in this now? 6. Okay, I'll come to that, Angad. Okay, Amrita. Okay, see. Okay, Rashmeet, let me explain now. A number n square, where n is a natural number, is such that exactly 3 of its factors are less than n. What is the number of factors of n cube? So we want to find the prime factorization for n. Before explaining this question, once again, I'm taking a smaller example. See, we are talking about n square. Once again, I'm coming to question. It says a number n square is such that exactly 3 of its factors are less than n. I'm taking the same condition now. Let n be 6. So n square will be 36. If I write prime factorization for 36, I'm going in sequential manner. It can be 1 into 36. It can be 2 into 18. It can be 3 into 12. It can be 4 into 9. It can be 6 into 6. So what is n here? N is 6. What was the condition now? Factors of n square which are less than n. Are you getting me? So it will be 4 in these case. 4 numbers. So less than n, factors of n square, they are 4. Can you say for every factor we have a corresponding factor which is more than n? These are less than n factors and these will be more than n factor, and that is exactly equal to n. Are you getting me? So for every factor which is less than n, there will be a corresponding factor which is more than n. So we can see that corresponding to 1 we have 36, corresponding to 2 we have 18, corresponding to 3 we have 12, corresponding to 4 we have 9. Now I'm using the same logic. In the original question, it was said that there are 3 factors which are less than n. If there are 3 factors which are less than n, of course more than n, there should be 3 corresponding factors, and there is one more factor which is n, that is corresponding to 6 into 6. Are you okay with this? Yes, all of you? Angad, Pritika, Rashmeet, Amrita? Yes, okay. So can he say that n square will have 7 factors, 3 plus 3 plus this one. So n square will have 7 factors. If n square will have 7 factors, it should be of this form, p raised to power 6. Now I'm using the factors formula. What should be the prime factorization for n square? That should be p raised to power 6 if n square has 7 factors. If n square has 7 factors, now the question becomes easy and will be p cube, and cube will be p raised to power 9. So now I think this is manageable for you. Now you can calculate the number of factors. Yeah, now any problem? So what should be the answer? It should be 10 always. How many factors are there? P raised to power 9, it will be 10. Yeah, still any problem? Yes? All of you? Should I move further? Okay, let us see. Okay, it was a calculative set. Very calculative. If you are not comfortable in DI or calculation, you must avoid these kind of sets. Very much calculations. The concept was not a problem here, but the calculation was. Amit, which question you are talking about? Previous one or this 10 to 12? Amit, since we have passed that question, I'll give you 5 minutes after the session. Then you can take that question once again. Okay, Amrita, see, it was a difficult one. I took a lot of time to solve this set. But, of course, if you are not comfortable in DI, you should avoid these kind of sets. Are you getting me now, all of you? Now, yes, all of you? Okay. See, let me explain the meaning of this question first of all. The graph shows the market shares of 4 metals, silver, gold, copper and platinum from 2007 to 2010. The total quantity of these 4 metals sold in 2007 was 160 ton. Here comes the calculation part. The total of all these metals that was sold is 160 ton. In 1 ton we have 1000 kilograms. So I'll keep this in tons only. In 2008, what is the increment percentage? It will be 15%. What is 15% of 160? My take is whenever I go for calculation and see 15% is easy to calculate, I'll do one thing. I'm comfortable in calculating 10%, 20%, 5%. So 15% can be written as 10% plus 5%. What is 10% of 160? That will be 16. What will be the 5% of 160? It will be 8. So we will add up 24 to this. That is the 15% of 160. So if we add up 24, it will be 184 tons. Now come to the next thing. What is the next thing? Next increment, that was 25%. I know 25% is 1 by 4. So I'll calculate 184 into 1 by 4. What is 184 into 1 by 4? It will be how much? Yes. Or you can do one more thing. You can multiply this by 184. Numerous things. See, we can do in this way as well. We can go by this as well. We can go by this way as well. Now we can calculate this thing. It will what? It will be 46. If I calculate this, now the 2009 data, it will become 230. 46 I'm adding. First of all, I have added 6 to 184. It comes out to be 190. Then 190 plus 40, it will be 230. Now the next increment, that will be 30%. Yes, that will be 30%. So if we calculate 30% of 230, it will be 69. So it comes out to be 299 tons. All the quantities are given in tons. Now in 2007, the prices of these four metals were silver. See, one is silver, one is gold, then we have copper, then we have platinum. Silver was 20,000 per kg. Gold was 12,000 per 10 grams. See the units. 380 per kg, and platinum was 18,000 per gram, per 10 gram. That was the data given in 2007, and it says the prices of these four metals have increased by 10% each year. So what is the increment? What is the increased thing if we take 10% increment? It will be, first of all, you can calculate the 10% of the original thing. You can add up, or we can do one more thing. You can multiply this by 1.1. For 2008, we will multiply this by 1.1. For 2009, it will be 1.1 square. For 2010, it will be 1.1 whole cube. Since every year percentage increment is 10%, so this is like compound interest, compounding we are doing. That was the meaning of this set. Yes, actually Hitesh, we will take the whole data into grams or kilogram. Units should be matched. Then only we can answer. Otherwise there will be a problem of zeros. Okay. Are you okay now, all of you? Okay. So if you are not good at calculation, it's better you should attempt maths. You should take all the mathematics question. See, DI is difficult because in one go you have to read the whole paragraph, then you decode it, then you solve it. But in case of maths, you read small data, you solve it, and you get the answer. So if you are not good at calculation, once again I'm saying, don't attempt these kind of sets. Okay, let us move. I think now you're okay with this. You got the meaning of this set. Now it was plain calculation. Okay, now question number 16. Number system, my favorite topic. Yeah, any problem in question number 16? I'll rate it as a difficult question. Many things to calculate. Yeah, okay. How many 3-digit natural numbers have their cubes ending with 24? Yes, Hitesh, it was time consuming. But if you are comfortable in counting cubes, then it was okay. Once again, see. The cube is ending in 24. It means cube is ending in 4. So at first go, I'll try what should be the unit place of that number, whose cube is ending in 4. I'm not taking 24, rather I'll take 4. If I take 1, what is 1 cube? It will end in 1. If I take 2 cube, it will be 8. If I take 3 cube, it will be 7. If I take 4 cube, it will be 4. If I take 5 cube, it will be 5. 6 cube, 6. 7 cube, 343, so 3. 8 cube, 512, so 2. 9 cube, 729, so 9. But I need 4 in this case. So what should be the unit place? It should be 4 always. Now I'll take more cases. Now we have taken 4 as my unit place. That is the only possibility I'm getting. So what are the possibilities for this place? I mean the tens place. It can be 04, it can be 14, it can be 24. Now it was a calculative part. 44, 54, 64, 74, 84 and 94. See, In case of 24 and 74 only, if I take its cube, it will end in 24. That was a calculative part. In any of the other case, see, in first case, easy it was, it will end in 64. So we will not take these cases, so we are left with these two cases. So x can be chosen for, 100 place we have 9 choices. We can take any digit from 1 to 9. 0 is not allowed, of course, because we are talking about a 3-digit number. That's why, how many choices are there? 18. 9 for every case. Is it okay? Amrita, once again, see what I am doing here. We have fixed our unit place. So unit place should be 4 always. But the tens place can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. It can be anything. We are not interested in counting 100 place for a moment. So if I count cube of this, the very first case I am taking x04, it will end in 64. Rejected. Why? Because we need 24 at the end. So if I take straightly, I am coming to answer, it will end in 24. So this is in case of 74, it will end in 24. So this is in. So how many things for x24 are available? X can take any value from 1 to 9. 1 to 9, x can take any value. So these 18 things are available. Is it okay? See, I want to share something. When I saw this question, I marked the answer within 5 seconds. Why so? I got understood that the case is of last 2 places. So for 100 place can take any value from 1 to 9. So answer should be 9's multiple. If we are getting three possibilities, we'll get 9 numbers in every case, then the answer should be 27. But in this case, since we have only one multiple of 9, I straightly marked third option. You got that? So I think it was easy. But if you calculate the whole stuff, then obviously this is difficult. Okay, let us move. Thank you, Amrita. Okay, let us move. Question number 18. Again, I'm very much comfortable in similar triangles. There is a tip. Whenever you see parallel lines or these kind of shapes, %99 probability that this is a similar triangle question. Whenever you see parallel lines or these kind of shapes. Yes, it was easy, very easy if you are comfortable in similar triangles. Yeah, should I solve this? Yes, okay, Dinesh. See, what is the thing given here? I'm taking the same figure. See, the distances are given, the heights are given. So this height is 5, this height is 4, and I'm taking this height as h, which is to be calculated. This height, this is to be calculated. Okay, now as you can see this, I'm taking these two triangles, these red triangles. Can you say that both are similar? I think you are comfortable in this. We can see vertically opposite angles. since we have two parallel lines, so we can talk about alternate angles as well. So I'm using these two triangles. If I use similarity, see, whenever you have similar triangles, what is the thing we use everywhere? In two similar triangles, the ratio of corresponding sides is always same. Let me generalize this. In two similar triangles, ratio of any two corresponding thing is same always. We can talk about heights, we can talk about length of medians, we can talk about length of internal angular bisector, we can talk about perpendicular bisectors. You take any two corresponding things in similar triangle, they will maintain the same ratio. So if we talk about height, first of all, I am taking AB upon BC, the corresponding sides, is equal to, now I'm writing the height. What is the height for this, the bigger triangle? For bigger triangle, what is the height? It will be h upon, for smaller triangle, what is the height? It will be 4. Are you okay with this? Since we have two similar triangles, in similar triangles, obviously you know that ratio of corresponding sides, that is always constant. They'll bear the same ratio. Rather, you talk about anything, we can talk about height here, they will maintain the same ratio. Are you okay with this? Now I'll take the remaining two triangles, the blue ones. If I talk about blue ones, they both are similar once again. I'm taking the same ratio, AB upon BC. Now I'm taking their heights. What is the height for AB triangle? That is 9. That is 5 plus 4 divided by what is BC, the smaller triangle height, it will be h. So AB upon BC, we know, we can equate them. So it should be h square is equal to 36. So what should be the answer? It should be equal to 6. That is the answer in this case. Yeah, any problem in this now? It was a very easy question actually, if you are comfortable in similarity. Let me write once again, important thing. Whenever two triangles are similar, say triangle 1 and triangle 2, you know this, corresponding sides, they have the same ratio. Rather, now this is the added thing, corresponding everything, you talk about heights, medians, you take anything, angular bisector, perpendicular bisector, they will bear the same ratio. Yes, it was easy. Okay, now come to the next set. I think there is a mistake. I have skipped the data 21 to 22. Please go through your PDF copies. 21 to 22, these were questions, but we have a huge data for Get Engineering College, Got Engineering College. It was calculation again. Any problem in these two questions? You have PDF copy with you? Okay, you should, of course, if you are calculating profit for anything, you will take revenue minus expenses. Okay, otherwise I think, Hitesh, the concept was very clear. I'll not say this is a difficult question concept wise, but yes, calculation. Yes. Okay, so I'm not getting any. I think Sachin is typing something. Amrita, yeah, it was time consuming. Question number 13 to 15. I have left those questions, Sachin, because I think they were easy. Okay, after the session I'll complete those questions as well. Okay, question number 22. If Go-Eng employs strategy NXI, which strategy should Get-Eng employ so as to maximize its profit? Okay, Angad, you have data with you? Actually, it was the only question in this set which was difficult. So much calculation. So you got it wrong. No, it was GXI, I think. Yes, Angad. Otherwise, you got the concept. I think you know your mistake now. That was the difficult most. Since I'm not getting any response. Angad, see, whenever you take a DI set, always try to skip those questions which are consuming, which are eating your time. If you have solved this set, question number 19 and 20, they were very easy. 20 first was medium, but 22nd, of course, that was difficult. Huge data, huge calculation. So whenever you get a set, don't solve it completely. Don't be greedy, because 22nd will eat your time. That's why. Amrita, see, I think you are not comfortable in decoding DI sets, as well as you are not comfortable in calculation. First of all, you should practice calculation part. I mean, you should spend 15 minutes daily on calculation. You can add up things, you can subtract things. Rather, you should be comfortable in fractions. You should be comfortable in 1 to 20, rather 1 to 25. I mean, what is 1 by 2? That is 50%. 1 by 3, that is 33.33%. You should be comfortable in these things. Always spend 10 to 15 minutes every day, or 5 days a week. You can spend 15 minutes daily on calculation. And please, these are difficult sets. You can start with Bullseye Initiative, Bull Data Initiative book. That is a very, very basic book. Or you can start with R.S. Agrawal as well. Again, the basic thing. First of all, you should decode the easiest set, then you come to difficult one. Amrita, you should. Yes, Hitesh, Vedic maths, it will help you a lot in finding squares or approximation. That is the best technique we can do here. Okay, let us move. 23rd, pure formula based question. Any problem in this? Whenever you know the coordinates, how can you find the area of the triangle? For example, I am calculating the area part for triangle ABC. We know the coordinates. These are 0, minus 4, 3, 4, 3, minus 1. Now what is area? Area will be half of, I'm using this modulus sign. There can be numerous approaches. Some people calculate it with the help of discriminant, but since I think all of you are not comfortable in matrices, that's why I'm using a simple formula. You write all the coordinates in any order, but in the last you repeat the first abscissa coordinates. I mean, you write it in any order, but you will repeat the first part as the last thing. Now you will calculate it. How can we? It will be half of. Now modulus means what? Area will always be positive, so we will not take negative sign if it comes. Now multiply these things. The blue arrows, it will be 0 into 4 plus 3 into minus 1 plus 3 into minus 4 minus. Now the pink ones, we will multiply. It will be 3 into minus 4 plus 3 into 4 plus 0 into minus 1. That will be equal to, now you can see these two are cancelled. This is 0 only, this is 0 only, this will be minus 3 and it will be minus 12. So it comes out to be minus 15 by 2, which is minus 7.5. Since we have that area is always positive, that's why we have used modulus sign. So we will calculate it as 7.5 only. Now with the same approach, we will calculate the area for DBC triangle. It comes out to be 7.5 only. So both the areas are equal. That's why fourth option, this is the answer. Yeah, any problem now? If you are comfortable in discriminant, you can find the discriminant. Once again, I'm writing. It was 0, 4, I think, 0, minus 4, 3, 4 and 3, minus 1, I think. You place a 1, 1, 1 as the last column. Now you can find the discriminant and we will take its half as well. That is again the formula for finding area of the triangle. Now come to question number 25 and 29. 25th was very easy. I think it's a 5-second question. If you are able to understand this word range. Yeah, any problem in 25th or 29th? 29th, yes, it was difficult. Calculation part. Yeah, any problem in these two questions? Yes, Amrita, I'm coming to your doubt. I think all of you are comfortable in 25th question. So coming to 29th. It says, what is the sum of all 4-digit multiples of 12 or 18 which are also divisible by 15? See, here are the keywords, or which are also divisible by 15. So we want to know which are multiples of 12 and 15 or 12 and 18. We are not interested in finding number of such numbers. Rather, we want to find sum of all these numbers. That was the problem in this question, since we need to calculate the whole data. Okay, if any number is divisible by 12 as well as 15, so I think we will calculate the LCM of 12 and 15 and it comes out to be 60. Or what is the least common multiple of 12 and 18? It will be 90. So basically, we want to calculate sum of all 4-digit multiples of 60 or 90. All 4-digit multiples. Now come to the calculation part. Let A will be sum of those numbers which are multiples of 60. B sum of all the multiples which are 90, and we want to calculate A union B. First of all, what is A intersection B? It means those numbers which are multiples of 60 as well as 90. So what is the LCM of 60 and 90? It will be 180. So we want to calculate A union B. Now we can apply this formula, A plus B minus A intersection B. First of all, I am finding A here. It means I am finding all those multiples of 60, all 4-digit multiple of 60. What is the least number of 4 digits? That is 1000. I mean 1000, 1 followed by 3 zeros. Okay. If we divide it by 60, I think no need of this thing, but just to understand this concept. So if we subtract 40 from 1000, we'll get a 3-digit number which is a multiple of 60. But we need a 4-digit number. So what will be? It will be, what is the difference of 60 and 40? It is 20. So we will add 20 to this. That is the least number. 1020. What is 1020? That is 60 into 70. 60 into 70. Now we want to find the greatest number which is a multiple of 60. The same approach we will apply. Then we will calculate the sum by using AP's formula. What is that? That is n by 2 into a plus l, or we can say n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. With the same case, with the same approach, we will calculate the sum of all the multiples of 90 and so on. Now it was calculated, very calculative actually. One tip I want to share with you. When I saw this question, of course that tip didn't help me, but sometimes you see a question, it should come in your mind. See, I come to this. We need all those numbers which are always divisible by 15, as you can see here. The number should be divisible by 15. So when I saw this question at the first go, of course you are adding multiples of 15. If every number is multiple of 15, every number is divisible by 15, their sum should be divisible by 15 as well. So I checked all 4 options. Obviously you can see that all the numbers are ending with 0, so that's why definitely they are divisible by 5. So to check the divisibility by 15, we'll check it for 3. Then I checked it for 3. What is divisibility rule of 3? That is sum of digit. I did that, but since all the options were there, that's why I have to calculate it. That is the last thing I could do. Yeah. Still any problem? Question number 28. Okay, Hitesh, just give me 2 minutes. Once again, Hitesh, I don't have data for this. Same quantity of fuel. So what is this quantity? I don't have data for this set actually. I have questions only. So please, Angad, I don't have data. I have these many questions only. So Angad, you could do one thing. For 945, you could have written 950. Yes. And for 26.3%, you could have taken 26%. 15.6% can be written as 15.5% or 15%. Since the options, I should see the options. I think option must be wide apart. If they are very close, of course I have to calculate it exactly. If they are wide apart, I could do that. I could calculate 26% of 950 to 15% of 2500. 2500 I mean. I could do that. Okay, let us move. Okay, yeah, question number 30th, escalator based question. Yeah, any problem in this? Huge language, very big question to read, but very easy it was. Yeah, any problem in this? It was logical actually, Hitesh. See, there are 2 escalators up and down. One escalator is going up, one escalator is coming down, parallel to each other with the same number of steps. A boy starts climbing the steps of the up escalator and ascends 2 steps in 1 second. The escalator also ascends 3 steps in 1 second. In 1 second, boy is moving 2 steps and escalator itself is moving 3 steps. So can we say that in 1 second, the boy effectively has moved 5 steps upwards? Is it okay, Hitesh? Since the escalator is also ascending, the boy is also ascending. Okay, now he jumped to down escalator. Now it says, then he jumps on the corresponding step of down escalator and ascends 2 steps in 1 second. It is ascending 2 steps, it means +2. But the escalator brings him 3 steps down in 1 second. It means -3. He is moving 2 steps upward, but the escalator is coming downwards with 3 steps in 1 second. So effectively, he has covered minus 1 steps in 1 second. I mean he has descended 1 step in 1 second. So if I club these two things, can he say in 2 seconds he has effectively moved 4 steps? So we have talked about the beginning of 39 seconds. So 38 seconds we have completed. To make 38, we have to multiply it by 19. I'm multiplying this by 19. So I'm getting 76 steps. At the starting of 39th second, the boy will move 1 step once again. Since we are talking about minimum number of steps, that's why what is the answer? 77. It was a long story, but the question was very, very easy. Is it okay? Yes, Amrita, you want to say something? Okay, let us move. Yeah, 32nd and 38 very, very easy. If you are comfortable in PNC permutation and combination, the very basic thing. And 32nd, you should know logs properties. Okay. Hitesh, how can you use that? Because it is talking about number of values. It is not asking value of x. Actually, it is asking number of values. So, I think by chance you got the correct answer. Otherwise, how? Okay, you started using values. Okay. Let us see, Amrita. Before explaining this question, let me write properties of log. I'm not going into very basic. In the same base, of course. Is there any property left? Yes. Log A with base A, that is always 1. Is it okay, Amrita? These are the property I'm going to use. Now come to the question. It says log of this is 6x squared plus 23x plus 21. If we factorize this, we will get 2x plus 3 into 3x plus 7. And what is the base here? 2x plus 3. Minus is equal to 4 minus log of 3x plus 7. I am explaining one part only. 4x square plus 12x plus 9. Now this is what? It will be 2x plus 3 whole square. So if I solve it by using the properties, I am putting 2x plus 3 as A and 3x plus 7 as B. So it becomes log of AB with base A is equal to 4 minus log of A square with base B. Now it is easy. I am using properties. This is 1 plus I am putting this as x is equal to 4 minus twice of this is reverse of x, I mean reciprocal. So it comes out to be x by 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now I think this is manageable for you. Okay, Amrita? Okay, thank you so much. Now coming to this, my favorite number system once again. I feel pretty comfortable in number system and PNC and algebra as well. 41 and 42. Any problem in these two questions? Please write the question number in the chat box. 41st. What is the number of digits in 2 raised to power 150? Okay, Vaibhav and Amrita. See, let me explain the concept. Okay, I'm starting with 2 raised to power 10. Since you know the value of 2 raised to power 10, that is 1024. Suppose you don't know the value of 2 raised to power 10, and what is the question? Question says find the number of digits in 2 raised to power 10. How can we calculate it? We will take its log. We will calculate it. You must know log's values. Log 2, log 3, log 5. Log 5 you can calculate because you know log 10. Log 10 is 1. So log 5 can be written as log 10 minus log 2. Now this is 10.3010. That is the value of log 2. It will be 3.010. Now you delete this decimal part. You take the integral part, add up 1 to this. That is important. Add 1 to the integral part. That is coming to be 4. So this is the answer. I come to the original question. It was, I think, 2 raised to power 150. Okay. Once again, we will calculate its log. We can write it as 150 log of 2. It will be 150 log of 2 is 0.3010. Now you will calculate it. Let it comes out to be a point B. We will not take point B. We will take this a, the integral part. We will add up 1 to this, and this will be the answer in this case. Is it okay, Vaibhav and Amrita? Hitesh, do you have any direct formula for this? I'll be obliged if you share this formula with us. Okay, thank you, Hitesh. Okay, now come to 38th question. Okay, 38th. Yeah, any problem in this question? Okay, Amrita. See, you have a regular hexagon. You must know the shape of a hexagon. It's a 6-sided regular polygon. Now, since there are 6 vertices and we want to find all possible lines, triangles. So, if we want to take triangles, that can be done in 63 ways. How come? You select any 3 points out of these 6 available. Just a second, I have made a mistake. There is one more point. Center G is given. And using these 7 points, we want to write triangles, number of triangles. So out of these 7 points, we want to select 3 out of them. That can be done in 7C3 ways. It comes out to be 35 if you calculate this. But see, if I take BGE, that will be a straight line. It will not make any triangle. Similarly, if I take AGD, that will be a straight line. Let me write. It will be BGE, no triangle. AGD, no triangle once again. FGC, that will give you no triangle. So I will subtract these 3 cases out of these. So I am getting second option as the answer. No, Amrita, you got that? Answer should be 32. 35, that is the total possible triangles. Yes. Okay. Okay. No, that was not so. Okay, what about 42nd? I think in analysis session of Bulkat 1 or 2, similar question was there. I explained all the possible questions on this question. Yeah, any problem in this? Formula based once again. Hitesh, here is a question for you. What is the sum of all the coefficients in question number 42? Yes, Neeraj, I'm coming to that. Hitesh, what should be the sum of all the coefficients in question number 42? Yeah, rest of the people, I'm coming to. Yes, Shashwati, yes, of course. Very good. Bravo. This is the answer. 0. Very nice. Shashwati, a little alteration. Let me replace this 5 by 4. Now what should be the answer for sum of all the coefficients? Yes, of course, you got the logic actually. Yes, very nice. Very good. Okay, now I'm coming to the original question. It says the number of terms in the expansion. Let me ask you one thing. Neeraj, it was your problem. Are you comfortable in this equation? Actually, I want to tell you the concept used here. I don't want to write the straight formula. Number of non-negative integral solutions for this equation. Any idea about that, Neeraj? Okay, I'm not going into derivation. You must remember this formula. Are you okay with these words? Non-negative integral. Non-negative means 0 is also allowed and the positive numbers. Yeah, n plus k minus 1, ck minus 1. Okay. Now, coming to the problem. It was number of terms 2x plus 3y minus 5z raised to power 1995. Neeraj, are you comfortable in writing binomial? Can you say, actually, I want to ask you, can you say if you write any term of this, it will be of this form? In some NCR. I'm writing any general term for this. Are you comfortable, Neeraj? But the main problem was the addition of all the powers should be 1995. That is a general term. Okay, you know this. Now the life is very easy. Now we can apply the previous formula. I have discussed it with you. How many integral solutions of these equations? I mean how many non-negative integral solutions of this equation are possible? They are 1995 plus 3 minus 1 C3 minus 1. That is the answer in this case. So it will be 1997 C2. So it comes out to be 1997 1996 divided by 2. So this is the answer in this case. Is it okay, Neeraj? Okay, let us move. Okay, 45 to 47. I don't think it was a difficult question except one question that was the last question for this set. Otherwise, this was easy. I think I have analyzed all these papers and the last 10 questions of every section. I mean, section 1 you talk about or section 2 you talk about. You leave always last 10 questions. That's why they are coming again and again in difficult category. Otherwise, they are actually very easy. 45 to 47, very, very easy, except 47th question. That was calculative. Yeah. Any problem in this set? Since I'm getting no response, I think Amrita is typing something. Yeah, still any problem in this set? Okay. Okay, I'm leaving this. Amrita, you just wait. Let me complete this session. Okay, 66 to 68. Again, it was, I'll say, not easy but moderate one. You have many directions for this, but you could do that. Moderate one. Yeah, any problem in this? Hitesh, you follow the directions one by one. You write all the seconds. I think it is explained in the explanation part very beautifully. You can read that. It was easy actually, but I'll rate it as moderate thing. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. Yes, time consuming it was, Hitesh, but you are getting 3 questions for your time. Okay, that's it for today, class. Got to go. Amrita, now you can ask your query, and rest of the people, if you have any problem in any of the question, you can ask me. Amrita, you want to find the remainder. 70 factorial mod 5183. Okay, what is the prime factorization for 5183? Okay. So, first of all, we will find these 2 questions. Then we will club these 2. Okay, now there is a result called Wilson's theorem. Whenever you divide p minus 1 factorial by p, you will get minus 1 as the remainder, where p should be a prime always. So, since 71 is a prime number, so safely we can say that 70 factorial when divided by 71, remainder should be minus 1, or we can say, to make it positive, we will get 70. So answer for the first part, it will be 70. Are you getting me, Amrita? I'm using Wilson's here. I'm taking the second part. If I take p as 73, it says 72 factorial when divided by 73. What will be the remainder? It will be minus 1. We can write it as 72. Now I can take a smaller example to clarify this. See, this is the thing. I'm taking a smaller example. Let me take see, we have difference of 3 here, so we can take 4 factorial by 7. We can have various examples. We can have 11. Actually, I don't want to go into multiplicative inverse. 11 minus 3 is 8. We can check it for these 2 questions. What is 4 factorial? That is 24. 24 when divided by 7. What is the remainder? It will be 3 or minus 4. I'm writing positive as well as negative remainders. Now, what is 8 factorial? What is 6 factorial is 720. Then we have 5040. Then we have 40320. Well, divided by 11. I'm using 11's divisibility rule. It will be 5, or we can say minus 6. So how can we relate this? So if we have 73 here and we want to calculate remainder for 70 factorial, it comes out to be, we cannot generalize this actually. So I'm coming to the normal calculation. My question was 70 factorial when divided by 73, and I know 72 factorial when divided by 73, what is the remainder? Minus 1. Now 70 factorial can be written as 70 factorial into 71 into 70. What is the remainder we are getting here? Minus 1. And we are dividing it by 73. So 72 when divided by 73, we are getting remainder of minus 1. Amrita, since you have written modulus there, so I think you are pretty comfortable in mod thing. So I can write 72 factorial is minus 1 mod the 73. Now this can be written as 70 factorial into 71 into 72 is equivalent to minus 1 mod 73. This is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 got cancelled, so we are left with this thing. Now here comes the problem. I can replace this 71 by minus 2. So now here comes the multiplicative inverse thing. Are you comfortable in number theory, Amrita? So I'm calculating 2 multiplied with what thing when divided by 73 will give you one remainder. I think 36. So this 2 can be replaced by 36. Are you okay with this? Or let me do this way. We call it multiplicative inverse. Are you okay, Amrita, in this case? Now what is the multiplicative inverse of this? This is 36. Since I have calculated this, 2 multiplied by 36, sorry, it should be minus 1 here. So I'm replacing this by 36, minus 36. So what is the remainder of 70 factorial? It will be 36 only. Is it okay now? I took the smaller example. I just want to explain once again. The difference was 3 here, so I'm writing anything, let it be 8 factorial. Once again I'm doing this. By Wilson's we can say this. Now this can be written as 8 factorial 9 into 10. Factorial into 9, I'm leaving it. 10 minus 1, I'm writing negative remainder here. So safely I can say 8 factorial. Again I'm replacing this by minus 2. Cancelled. 8 factorial is equivalent to minus 1 into multiplicative inverse of 2 mod 11. Now 2 multiplied with what thing when divided by 11 will give you 1 as the remainder? I think 6. So I am replacing it by 6. So I am getting minus 6. So what is the remainder here? It is 5. We have checked it. What is 8 factorial? It is 40320. We have done this. When divided by 11, what is the answer? It was 5. So, got to go. Is it okay, Amrita? You can apply the multiplicative inverse thing. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Amrita. My pleasure. Okay. Still any problem left? Okay. Thank you so much. See you in the next analysis session. Thank you.